Hi there, guys. I just want to talk about group chats. No, it's not the most exciting topic in the world, but I feel that group chats are going to become more and more important to people over the coming months and years ahead because we need to talk to people. I've been working with a client like over the past couple of months, and they've struggled the last 6 months by talking to LLMs, talking to AI, talking to ChatGPT, and Claude and Gemini and Grok, and all of them are guilty of this in some way or another. It doesn't matter how much context you give it. It doesn't matter how much information you're giving it. It doesn't matter all the rules and guidelines and everything you're prompting it with. It still comes down to when you're asking it for very specific advice, it can take you in directions that aren't necessary, that are wrong and bad and just won't work, especially when it comes to marketing. It seems to be a big gap in this knowledge that AIs have. And if you don't know what you're talking about, if you don't know the subject matter thoroughly, if you haven't done this like hundreds of times before, then you're going to listen to the AI and it's going to tell you a route to do something. And then when you find out it doesn't work, or after a couple of months, you're figuring out, asking it like, have you got any other ideas? This isn't working. Why would it be this way round? This is yielding me zero results. And the AI will just say, oh yeah, sorry about that. I got it wrong. I won't do it again. We should definitely be thinking of this. And it's just like every single technical explanation that goes in depth in things, when even when you're putting guardrails around the prompts that you're using, it's still giving you this type of output. And people are wasting months and months and months on this because they're obsessed with like the magical, you know, result that you get when you ask an AI a question and you get this sort of long answer and it feels right and it looks right. It reminds me of social media back in like 2012 or something when so many people were struggling with, scrolling addiction and spending so much time on the platforms. I remember doing, lots of work campaigning for governments to be able to change the whole ruling system around this and enforce some safer protections for parents and usage limits and things. I don't think people really understood what damage it was doing to future generations, and we're seeing that damage playing out now. I don't want this to feel like a public information broadcast, but I'm just talking about it based on experience. And whilst it's more exciting for me to shout into the camera about how you need to get Claudebot going and you need to have all these agents running and you need to have all this stuff going on, you still need to be able to talk to people that have been there and done it. And I think you'll always find the people that have been there and done it have gone through the pain of, it went wrong or they couldn't figure it out or they didn't know the right way and they spent months and months and months like trying to work out a system. They found out the system. They're the ones that are so open about trying to help you because they don't want you to go through the same pain as they did, you know? So, group chats. I've created a group chat that addresses this. And I've pulled together a whole team of experts, a whole team of people from different backgrounds, and we've now got over 350 people in various group chats that run on X in the Business Networking Club, which is my community on X. And I encourage anyone who's stuck to come in, to join the BNC, the Business Networking Club, to join the free DM groups that we have, and to ask questions if they're stuck rather than asking an LLM. It will, even if people don't know the answer, I think most people are willing to say, I don't know this the answer to this question, but I do know someone that does. A good way of being able to find that answer, by the way, is not going into the DM group and just saying I've got this problem, but instead framing it so you ask the question of, does anyone know anything about this? I've had a problem with it over the past few months. If you don't know, do you know anyone else that can help? And being able to get pointed in the right direction, I think will save you so much more time and energy and effort and, just doing the right actions. This stuff only works if we're doing the right activity. Otherwise, it's leading you down the garden path with in all kinds of directions. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help your customers. It's not going to help you do achieve the things that you want to achieve here on social. So I know whilst a lot of DM groups and group chats are, how can I put it, not the best, you know, they can be really quiet. They can be full of two or three people that are always talking because they're so lonely all the time, or for whatever reason. But the thing that I'm really trying to do here is help people move forward with experts that have been there and done it. Like I said, it's all free. You can join in the link below. Um, we just started this literally a couple of months ago. That's why I've been one of the reasons why I've been a bit quieter on YouTube. I've been busy getting everything set up and running. We've got about 1,100 today. What's today? The 7th of March. We've got 1,100 people in the community and about 350 in the DM groups. And they're growing at about 30, 25, 30 a day, something like that. So it is a place that you can come to talk to people that know what they're talking about, that will try to help you move forward in the best way, that will save you the most amount of time taking the wrong actions, listening to the wrong advice. Like ChatGPT and all these LLMs are great, but they're not really accountable for any bad advice that they're giving you. They'll just say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. We should never have done that. This is the best way to do it. We should always do it this way round." And, means nothing really, because how can you believe it? It feels like it's the magic of the Google search from, 2010, 2009. We started, typing in questions and started getting results to the questions that you were asking. It feels like it's that, like the 3.0 version of that. Um, and I still think if you don't know enough about the subject you're asking about, you're not going to get the best responses. And I'm bullish about in real life events, in real life, meetups, doing all of that and hoping that we can do that in the future with the BNC. I would love to be able to have some networking events where people can connect to people and, talk about what they're working on, talk about what they're doing, talk about how they're helping people, but also talk about the problems and the challenges that they're experiencing. And I think if we can get more people open to having those types of conversations, we'll get more people getting help from that community, more people being able to help, more people, finding help and not being stuck and not going round in this loop of nonsense that seems to be happening so much. It's my experience with my clients that I'm working with, but I'm hearing it more and more and more. I've probably spoken, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 people over the last 3 or 4 months that have all been going through this in one way or another. Some have been experiencing so much pain, and some have just literally over the last couple of weeks have been seeing it happening. The LLMs are going to get better. The intelligence is going to get smarter. Likelihood of this being around for a long period of time is unlikely, but it is around. And whilst it is, I want to address it and see if can help some people. If you feel stuck, if you've been in a situation, there's two things you can do. One is join the BNC below with the community link and everything. If you're on X, it will be in the bio. Two, speak to the Samaritans and give them a call. I think it's free for most countries, depending on where you are. I think there's a local office for the Samaritans. They'll be willing to listen. They'll be willing to, you know, take on board what you're talking about. And not always, but sometimes just give you a different way of thinking about things. And, you know, for a lot of people, it can really help. So I just wanted to say that, and I know this is a bit of a different video to what I normally upload. Like I said, it's not the most exciting topic in the world to talk about, but I'm only talking about it because I see it, I feel it, I'm hearing it, I'm listening to it all the time. So I know it's probably affecting someone else out there too. And if it is, and if it's you, please do one of those things. And if you can't do those, you know, speak to friends and family, open up to people that are close to you, and have those conversations. Talking into an LLM, you know, talking into here and trying to get the next step, the next move, the next piece of advice. Just so much time can be saved by you doing it this way round. Don't forget the power of people. And like I said before, the people that have been through the pain are the ones that really want to help you. And that's what I'm trying to put together in this little community that we're creating on the BNC. So until the next time, thanks very much. Check out the links below. And thanks for watching. Cheers. Please like and subscribe as well.